lot of my work is, related to the relationships that I've kind of created. What that does is allows for all these kind of small microclimates. We're not waiting for a big box retail to come in and make an interesting neighborhood. It's more in a way of how do we kind of organically grow that. And I think that has always stemmed from relationships. I'm a small practitioner. Architecture is mainly my focus in the creation of space. I found the spaces around myself from my home city, kind of just very similar way of the environment that I see every day in my life in Detroit. And it's like one of those experiences when you go into a coffee shop and you feel the edge of the counter and you feel there's a material presence there. And I'm not trying to get too hokey on that, but it's more in the sense of those things most people don't notice. When people speak of Detroit aesthetic, I think they're talking about coming into an existing structure, minimizing what's already there and exposing and identifying what's of value in that space. And then from that, they kind of have this kind of rustic, post-industrial kind of look that might be determined as a loft aesthetic. Most recently completed the Red Bull House of Art, housed in the E&B Brewery building, which is actually now a converted loft and tenant space, 14,000 square feet of space that houses artists for 8 to 10 weeks. They brought in, they kind of allowed to move into the space. Their initial equipment and materials are purchased. What we're trying to do at the House of Art was to try to create kind of a dual space. So we had the first level, which is where the artists will be doing their work for the 8 to 10 week period for the residency. And then the lower level, which is the gallery space. So you have this really interesting transition when you come from the upstairs and going into an undesirable basement, let's say, and it compresses you with these art spaces, and then you get released back into the gallery, which houses most of the actual art for the shows. Red Bull has a gallery opening for them, big bash. My life evolves around at least thinking about architecture, not necessarily always creating it. Maybe 10 years from now I'm doing something totally different. I'm running my own corporate office or making pickles or something. But right now it's like, that's kind of where I feel why I'm doing it. Is one aspect is because I can, and it's fun doing that.